From the nation's capital, Monrovia, good evening, a pleasant welcome to the news. Today, I am Zach Totiama Shaman. Stories coming up. Maryland County Representative Dr. Isaac Rowland declares support for the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia. United States-based Morgan State University to award 21 scholarships to Liberian students' master's degree in business administration and management. Those plus more are packaged for you on this presentation. Keep watching. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. Maryland County District 13, that's District 3 Representative Dr. Isaac Rowland says he supports the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court in Liberia. Representative Rowland has, however, warned war criminals to get prepared to face justice. According to him, the culture of impunity must come to an end in the country, noting that Liberia is a country of law, not man. The Maryland County lawmaker has been speaking to reporters on Capitol Hill Thursday.
So due diligence must be done. I support it, and I believe that those who committed whatever harm in this nation, whatever the war crime court supposed to do, it must be done for total justice. And I want to call on those whose names are mentioned. They need to start bracing themselves. When the time comes for them to answer questions, they should appear to exonerate themselves or to justify reasons why they participated in whatever they did. So yes, indeed, we go to the people of Maryland County, our district number 3. We believe that war crime court is necessary. It happened in other countries. Sierra Leone today. Sierra Leone experiencing, in fact, our own president today is in prison because of his involvement. So the war that fought in this country was not only the making of Charles Taylor. People participated. We have documentary evidences that are available. So war crime court is not, Liberia will not be the first, neither will Liberia be the last. And we, as for in my capacity as the district representative of Maryland County, I would say clearly, there's a communication on the flow, a resolution now. I've already affixed my signature to that. In favor of that.
The Maryland County lawmaker has also used the occasion to highlight issues relative to the indebtedness of government institutions to the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications. According to him, the House of Representatives has ordered the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning to prevail of indebted government institutions to pay the ministry. He said this will enable the ministry to contribute to the national envelope.
Our country, our laws, to encourage growth and development, the laws that are enacted, the laws that are in existence must be enforced to capacitate the institutions that need to be benefited. Situation confronting LEPTEPCO. 77 government institutions were indebted to LEPTEPCO, owing to the fact that LEPTEPCO has been the national operator as enshrined in law in the telecommunications sector. They are supposed to contribute to the budget as well, but due to the indebtedness, the TECO seem to be incapacitated, because once the plenary give the mandate as law-abiding entities, we are confident that indeed they will ensure to comply. So all we said, for instance, we say part 1 of the recommendation says that the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning ensures that all payments for government ministries and agencies under the all marks category and the expenses incurred by the ministry and all agencies be directly paid to the TECO account by and through Ministry of Finance and Planning and Development payment process. So that Ministry of Finance will receive the mandate by the plenary. So definitely implies that they must cooperate. Failure to do, the committee has the authority to also enforce what was endorsed by the plenary.
The House's Committee on Health and National Security has been mandated to look into a communication from Montserrat County District 2 lawmaker Jimmy Smith relative to the increasing wave of unknown bodies in his district in less than 1 month. The situation, according to Representative Smith, has a security implication and needs to be addressed in a timely manner. The District 2 lawmaker spoke in plenary Wednesday.
For the last 2 weeks in my district and other districts or adjacent districts, dead bodies have been found in the morning on our major streets, and these bodies have been left there on the street for some time, 4 or 5 days, and right before the eyes of our citizens, you could see this body being decayed right before our own eyes. This act is inhumane, uncivilized, and is detrimental to the integrity of this nation. Usually, our citizens are disappointed and anger resulting to roadblocks. Many of us in here have heard this or have seen these actions by our citizens growing out of frustrations. And us, as the people leaders, we intervene and call the requisite agencies, but too often we are told that it is not their responsibility, it's the other agency responsibility. As a result, we are compelled to take expedient actions so as to save the face of our country and ourselves. I personally have funded more than 5 removal of bodies from our streets, all not necessarily in my own district. Those areas were articulated in the communication sent forward. So Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, this is not about bringing the authority of this ministry to just come here and be difficult for any reason, but rather to identify where the responsibility to remove the dead off our streets and to discourage roadblocks going on in this country.
If you're just joining us, this is a reminder that you are watching news today, only on KMTV with me, Zach Totiama Sherman. Stay to calm. United States-based Morgan State University award 21 scholarships to Liberian students, master's degree in business administration and management. More still to come for you right after this break. This is news today. United States-based Morgan State University says it is awarding 21 scholarships to Liberian students interested in obtaining masters in business administration and management. The capacity building opportunity follows a recent dialogue between Peaceville City Mayor Pan Belshaw Taylor and the administration of Morgan State University in Maryland, USA. The full tuition waiver opportunity, according to Mayor Taylor, will be awarded to first degree holders who attained at least 3.0 GPA and above. She has been explaining more to an information section at the Painesville Town Hall on Wednesday.
Well, this is a program that Morgan State University offers. It's an MBA program at Morgan State in the United States, in the city of Baltimore, state of Maryland. I was fortunate to have a sit down with the dean of the business college, the Earl Gray's Business College, and talking, about my aspirations for the city of Painesville. I said to the dean that my focus, my aspiration is to educate as many Liberians as I can in my lifetime. And we talked about the program at Morgan State, which has been opened to Liberians over the years, but we have not been taking advantage of the program. So a lot of the scholarships have been going to neighboring African countries. We do have a few Liberians right now at Morgan that I met, and through the conversation, like I said, at the sit down, 20 scholarships, actually 21 scholarships were offered to the city of Painesville. But I made it known to the dean that I'm not going to limit it only to residents of Painesville. This is a Liberian thing, it's a Liberian scholarship. So once you apply and once you meet the requirements, the vetting process will be up to the school, to the business school. And I'm just praying that, we can take advantage of it and we can be able to award 21 Liberians scholarships to go and further their studies in the United States. In terms of accommodations, I know it is 100% tuition free. So let's start with the first process and let's just see that we can get about 21 people that are, that apply and that they qualify, and then we take it from there, because as I know that Morgan State does have other incentives for the students. Waste management, for me, I keep on saying should be outsourced so that I can focus on what I have to do in my city. Look at the tragedy we had yesterday. I should be able to focus on zoning. I should be able to focus on sanitation, not in terms of waste management, but in terms of homes being built without proper toilet facilities. Those are the kind of things I need to focus on. I need to focus on our young girls being raped in Painesville.
Meanwhile, KMTV microphone also caught up with Morgan State University representative to Liberia, Daniel Koluba, who provided detailed information on how to be qualified for the program.
Well, Morgan Graves School of Business has both the graduate program and the undergraduate program. However, what we were promoting today is the graduate program, the master's program, that has to do with the MBA, Master's of Business Administration, and a lot of emphasis in accounting and project management, hospitality management, finance. There's a Master's of Professional Accountancy, Masters of Hospitality Management, and a couple more of them. In the case of the master's program, it doesn't matter what you have to go through the GMAT program. In some cases, there could be a waiver of a GMAT, but that determination comes from the school. For example, in the master's program, depending on the quality of your application, it is possible that you can get tuition funding. We're talking about $50,000 to $60,000 worth in money that you're going to get free. It depends on the quality of your folder. And we're having testimony. There are people here in Liberia right now, not just me, but that benefited from the program, that got free money. So who doesn't want free money in a tight economy like this, and challenging educational environment like this? Who doesn't want to
quality of your folder? What do you need in a folder?
Well, the decision for admissions in or funding is depending on a number of factors. Your GPA, your evaluated GPA must be 3.0 and above. That's something we don't control. Your personal statement, you imagine you are writing to a school asking them to consider you over the rest of the other candidates. You have to project, you have to tell them why. And as a competition, you have to come out with a strong personal statement. Your recommenders, people have to vouch for your academic ability, people who have supervised you before, and they have to say something about you. Besides that, we look at your work experience. So it's a combination of factors.
Crusaders for Peace Executive Director, Ambassador Judy Andy, has extended her condolences to family members of some 26 innocent children who lost their lives in a tragic incident. The children died at a Quranic Recitation School in Painesville on Wednesday morning after fire gutted the facility housing the school. In her passionate condolence message to the country, Ambassador Annie classified the day on which the event occurred as a dark Wednesday.
I want to extend my sincere condolence to the people of Liberia, the government, Liberians from all walks of life, from the 15 counties of Liberia. This is a national loss. We can't say what happened, but we gave all to God. And to the bereaved family, we say, take heart. Have my sincere sympathy. So yesterday was a very difficult, a dark Wednesday. And I think that we ask God to honor our prayers and allow their souls to rest in perfect peace. Yesterday, I watched the fatherly role the president played, not as president of Liberia, but as a human being. I've reached out to the chief imam of Liberia. I will continue to reach out to the parents, and we, the traditional, different stakeholders, we have had some meetings, and we are going to personally go to be religiously compliant to be able to meet with the family.
With that condolence message from Liberia Crusaders for Peace Executive Director Judy Annie. That brings us to the close of this presentation of news today. But before we go here, once again, the headlines. Maryland County Representative Dr. Isaac Rowland declared support for the establishment of war and economic crime schools in Liberia. United States-based Morgan State University to award 21 scholarships to Liberian students' master's degree in business administration and management. And I want to say thanks for your viewing pleasure. I'm Zach Totiama Shemin. Good evening.